What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be covering some of our best budget-ish options right now in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. Now, I gotta be somewhat careful as I go through and do this video, though, because, for example, if I say any of these, like, let's say Sapphire Wild Gem cards are good, you guys gotta know and I gotta know their prices are going to go way up. Meanwhile, a lot of these cards are still expensive. And so, you know, even if a card like, let's say this Ruby Jimmy Butler, there's none of him even up. And so the problem with this game realistically right now is there are no budget options. But from what we've got, I'll talk through some of my favorite budget-ish options. And when I say budget-ish, these are not cards that are going to be 5,000 MT. These are cards that are going to be 30-ish thousand MT. Yes, MT is easier to make. However, that doesn't mean prices should be the way they are. Now, if you are just starting the game, let's go through, let's talk about what you guys should be looking at. Again, as you do get through game modes, as you do complete some things, you are going to get some cards to pick up. Obviously, if you do get any of these game on deluxe packs, you're probably going to pull some solid budget options from that as well that I will go through and talk about. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about what I like as far as budget options. There's really only a few cards that I can even talk about. And honestly, it pains me to do because really we've only got 2 sets so far. So let's just talk about it, okay? First, cards from the game on set. If I was looking at cards from this set that I personally like or that I would look at picking up, there's really 2 that catch my eye. The first one being Mikal Bridges, guys. I think if you are looking for like a lockdown defender, Mikal Bridges is really good. He's got a good 3-ball. Defense is really solid. The problem that I see with Mikal Bridges is price-wise, you know, he's not super cheap. But for the standards we're at right now, he is a budget option. 28,000 MT. You can obviously get the card. You can try to snipe him for cheaper and get him for cheaper. It's one thing I may try to do if I were you guys. Or maybe try to get one, you know, with, oh, this one's got an extra Hall of Fame badge. So can you snag this one with an extra Hall of Fame badge for a little bit lower? Now, it's Candace for days, so I really don't love that badge. But that's something you obviously can look at. Next guy I really don't mind for his price right now is Julius Randle. Now, I don't think Julius Randle is a perfect card by any stretch of the imagination, but for 20,000 MT right now, it's tough to find a better card than Big Julius. I mean, it is. 20,000 MT, 6'8", decent enough 3-ball, defensively not great, but he is decent enough. And just another card that if you guys get, can at least hold his own for now. Now, again, you got to compare him to some of these other cards price-wise that are going to be around the same, you know, price point. So you compare Julius Randle to some of these cards. Randle, in my opinion, is going to be better than, obviously, all of those cards are point guards there. But even if you go, you know, and look upwards here, like a Dave Greenwood. Is Randle better than Dave Greenwood? You guys can do the math. I mean, Dave Greenwood's got a 58 3-ball. So, yes, Julius Randle is going to give you slightly more on the court than him. And that's kind of what I've kind of been weighing the pros and cons of when I am looking at cards. It's like, how good is like a Julius Randle? Is he better than a guy like this Tony Campbell card who, I mean, really plays no defense and has 65 speed? These are the things that I've been looking at with things, trying to come up with budget guys for you, but there are really no options, and it's tough. It's a really tough situation that we're in right now that 2K has put the community in. But again, none of these cards, I would say, are even budget options. None of these cards should even be options for you because, again, price-wise, it doesn't match how good they are. And Julius Randle, Mikal Bridges, I wouldn't even consider them budget cards, but for the time we're in right now, they're a cheap-ish card that you guys can pick up. Now, another thing I would try to do if I were you guys and looking for budget cards is sit on some of these wild gem filters and see if any cards pop up that can at least hold it down, right? Because those are the things you could do. Another card that I really am high on right now for his respective price is Vlade Divac. Now, price-wise, he gets a little pricey. I'm not going to lie, mid-30s right now for Vlade. But here's the thing. His release is immaculate, and he is 7'1". Yes, he is slow. Yes, you know, there's things I don't love about him, but he's got a fantastic release. He's 7'1", and yeah, I mean, the speed at a 59 is a red flag, but he does enough on the court to compete for now. So if you pick up Mikal Bridges, if you pick up Julius Randle and Vlade Divac, you've got your 3 through 5, or your shooting guard, your power forward, and center positions that can at least hold it down. And then if you pair them with like the Ascension, Sam Cassell, somebody like that, then you're going to start to see your budget team come together. I ran Vlade for a very long time, and like I said, for Vlade, it really starts and ends with that catch and shoot release. He greens really, really consistently for you guys, and that matters about as much as anything on this game. If you've got somebody that you can green consistently with, that can carry you places. Now again, it's worth your time as you're looking through the auction house. Okay, this Vlade Divac here has a legend badge and 3 Hall of Famers. So, legend brick wall. I see Hall of Fame immovable. I'm sure he already comes with that. As well as versatile, visionary, and high flying denier. Pretty decent badge guys. Is that worth $63,000? Probably not, but it's at least worth the look. I mean, honestly, might be worth your time with what we've got as far as like the big man position. There's just not a lot there. So these are the things that are worth your time. Yeah, so I mean, the extra Hall of Famers on that Vlade are good because I think he comes with the Hall of Fame versatile visionary. So you look at brick wall added, high flying denier, immovable enforcer, like really good badges. Is that worth that price point? I don't know because it's not budget at all, but these are the things to look at for you guys. The last guy that I want to talk about for us today is Obi Toppin's Amethyst card. This is, in my opinion, your best value in the game right now. Again, 28,000 MT can get you Obi Toppin. 6'9" at the power forward position, 84 3-ball, max dunking, defensively solid, 86 speed. And I know he's not your traditional budget option. I know that, I understand that, I agree with that, I get that all. But Obi Toppin's stats are incredible. And then when you take him into shooting, you realize, okay, dunking wise, he can do his thing. His movement, yeah, he's only 6'9", but his movement isn't necessarily the worst either. Hot spots, pretty solid. So again, as far as a catch and shoot release, if you hold L2 with it, it looks, decent enough. No, it's not great, but it looks solid, relatively fast, relatively quick. So don't hate it. Obviously has a decent leaner. So that's where I'm at with Obi Toppin. It's like, we don't have that many great options. I personally like him more than Julius Randle. And for you guys out there, he is going to be a solid budget option. Now I'm going to end this budget video by talking about something that can really help you guys out in a big time way. If you are grinding the game on Sundays, get the win streak done if you can, but more importantly, get the 10 box every week. More importantly, if you are grinding any of these like game modes, so for example, if you're playing Breakout, right? And as you're playing Breakout, you're getting these rewards. You're going to add some solid players to your squad. You're going to add some deluxe packs. You're going to add, some 90 plus hidden gems. At the end of the day, guys, the more unsellable cards that you have that you guys can use, the better off you're going to be. Because right now, there's not very many budget cards. So I'm using Klay. I'm using Domination Siakam. I'm using Kwame that I got from Domination. I'm using Sikma and J-Kid that I've got from completing modes. So the more you grind, the more rewarded you're going to get. I hate that the game has come to this. But right now in my team, there's just not really many budget options. Like if you're looking for cheap options like for 2,000 MT, here are your options, guys. A bunch of emeralds. These cards, newsflash, are not getting the job done. So it stinks that that's the era, that's the time we're in right now on this game. But that's where we're at. We've got nothing as far as budget options are concerned. It's sad, but it's the game we have right now. So that's where I'm at with things. Those are some of my personal favorite budget options to hopefully help kickstart your team. I wish the wild gem cards were actually budget options. Like, for example, even this Doug Christie, guys. Like, as an emerald, could be a really fun card to use. But he's not even a budget option because there are none of him up. And again, when you're looking at some of the best rubies up here in the game, like I'm just trying to find like a guy that would be good for you. They're either going to be number one non-existent or number two, insanely high in price. Like Ruby KD. Look at his price tag. What are we doing, 2K? What are we doing? For now, use the unsellables. If you have KD, use him. Try to build around them with Mikal Bridges, Vlade Divac, those type of guys. Because right now, the auction house is insanely inflated, and we just don't have many budget options. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.